welcome back to good old 709 Meridian, an audio commentary podcast. We are your hosts, Dee and Andrew,
I am the law.
and we're back with our Summer of Duologies, doing a little something different here. We've got our original films and the remakes, or the reboots. So last time around, we did Nightmare on Elm Street, and this time around, we're doing Smashing Through Windows and just beating the hell out of folks in his 709 Meridian debut, right?
Oh man, is it really?
I think so.
Holy
We're doing
shit.
Sylvester Stallone in 1995's
Nope.
Judge
Yes.
Dredd.
I was gonna say, what do you mean 1985? No, that's 1995. Oh, that was I remember the sneak preview like it was yesterday. Oh my god.
I can't remember the first time I saw this one.
Saw the sneak preview.
Did we?
I don't know if we did. I know I did.
Okay,
You would
because I.
remember it because people walked.
Oh, shit.
People walked on a midnight sneak preview. Yeah.
No, somebody reminded me that I almost broke out in a fight before Spawn or some shit.
Oh yeah. Spawn was fucking Spawn.
And,
It took my dad to see Spawn because of that Ebert
shit.
review. Because of the Ebert review where he's like, this is the future of cinema.
Mm.
Yeah. No, they well, what's it called? What was the shit? What was the theater
Mm.
that we went to all the time that closed down, that split up?
Oh,
Just really
McClure
just
Court?
no, that was downtown. The one that was just over the border.
Wait.
Lincoln Village? Or is
Oh,
that no?
damn. No. That's this is
The
the one
two
in Des Plaines,
theaters.
right?
No. Just the one near the place where we saw Weekend at Bernie's 2.
Yeah, it's Lincoln Village.
Lincoln Village. So Lincoln
Yeah.
Village and Lincoln Village 2.
Mm-hmm.
No, that's not the theater I'm thinking of. Maybe it is the Des Plaines one. Anyway, folks, that has nothing to do with this episode. But at one of those theaters, Highlander 3, I remember
The
there was
Morton Grove.
the Morton Grove. There was a big deal because of a fight or guns, I think. And Highlander 3 was in the interesting thing of being in a more urban neighborhood, but also its actual fan base and not the people who are looking for something to do on a Friday or Saturday night was white nerds from the suburbs. So like D&D nerds. So it was pretty funny when it wasn't. I'm sure it was terrible for the people involved, but it was pretty funny how everyone was like, oh my goodness, we could have. I'm not sure it was worth it to see Highlander 3, The Sorcerer.
Yeah, right. You gotta die over Mario Van Peebles with a sword.
The wig. God. Anyway, high hopes for the Henry Cavill Highlander. All right.
Oh god.
So, let's do it. Let's do this thing. Because otherwise we're never gonna start it. All right. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
3, 2, 1, play. Hollywood Pictures, so Disney. However, they just distribute. Ooh, wow! Come on, say it.
Distributed.
Distributed. Thank you. distributed
Metropolis.
this, and yeah, this was Valgy.
Energy.
Yeah, Synergy got the money together. But this does mean it is Disney's first like superhero movie since The Rocketeer.
Oh,
That's very sad.
too bad.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Yep.
Rocketeer.
I know. Okay,
They
so
just ignore it.
yep.
Oh,
Yeah, it's the Return of
we got
Swamp
the
Thing.
Swamp
Yeah.
Thing. Yeah,
But the Return of Swamp Thing was better.
right.
and,
'Cause they had the cool
and this was
song.
also um so this is post Batman, right? And Batman's opening credits established again the need for opening credits. Like Superman sort of did that, and Batman really did that. And then this is what they came up with, and everybody in the theater was just like, "Oh no,
And it's also very Dick Tracy.
yeah." Oh, Dick Tracy, that's another one. That's right.
But they didn't do the you never saw any like flip the comic book pages with that one though.
Here we have James Earl Jones earning that check. In is he actually in it?
Can't remember. Is this the homage to Conan?
Did Milius? This is Stephen E. D'Souza. I don't know who else worked on this.
I'm sure it maybe past Milius
Oh yeah,
at one point in the 80s. I mean,
yeah. We could have looked that up, but
this here was in the works for a very long time.
yes,
Thank you, Comic Scene Magazine.
yes. And so, if you don't know, folks, Judge Dredd is a British comic about the future of America. Um, it's I have not. I've read some of the more modern stuff, but for the most part, the original stuff is satirical. It's very British. It does not necessarily translate in the same way that something would. And so Stallone doing this and everybody being like he's going to be a fucking buzzkill really, really foresaw it. Jurgen Prochnow
Oh
selling
man,
that accent for money. Uh, Here we have Rob Schneider,
yeah,
January 6th enthusiast Robert Schneider.
right.
Oh God. He and John Lovitz both suck in different ways for similar reasons. Well, different reasons, but in similar. Well, you know.
John Lovitz tries to make it lovable, at least. Like he knows he sucks. Rob Schneider just kind of, well, he got stopped. He's now just a what you call him, crony.
Sandler. He's just a Sandler stooge,
Handler
right?
crony.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh God, those shorts. I don't even remember the shorts. Okay, so we do have a nice they knew they had to spend some money on it.
Right.
And
The effects aren't
so
bad.
the effects aren't bad. Like the problem is that's just a lot of, very competent 1995 composites. It's not the
Hmm.
new world. And what really, when you think about this one, you got to realize this is 95. Whatever you think of Fifth Element, Fifth Element does this, but
Mm.
in a way that this does not, with only French studios. So
With love to heavy metal, but
yes.
that was animated.
So here we have the Alan Silvestri score. So we got some,
Epic music.
yeah, epic phoned in Alan Silvestri. Poor Alan
Right.
Silvestri.
Which you'll probably hear over and over.
It's probably the Avengers music, actually. What are we talking about?
Oh, Rob Schneider. Such a whimsical little elf. Oh, oh.
Yep, Block War, baby. So the game, God, what game was it? It wasn't Doom. It was Duke Nukem 3D. There was a you could people made maps for Duke Nukem 3D. The best one ever was this Escape from New York mod that I lost and could never
Oh,
replace.
man.
But this one of the other great ones was Block War, where it was just like, they had enemies spawn in like a building that looked like this and stuff, and you ran around.
Mm,
Very cool.
damn.
Yeah. So there you go, kids. Now you do that in Minecraft. You can shoot your little block friends. Ah, James Remar.
Oh, wow.
Oh yeah.
So Gans lived after all. Or is this Gans' twin brother?
I gotta say,
Reggie and the cop didn't follow you, did he? Hmm?
James Remar being a piece of shit in Black Lightning, being revealed to be a piece of shit in Black Lightning is why I fell off that show.
Mm.
I mean, I want to go back to it, but start it and just do it. But like, I was just like, oh no, not James Remar. I can't handle that. Like,
Yeah, I tapped out. It was okay, but I had to tap out.
no, it was not. It, season 2 of Luke Cage was so good that like I feel like if Luke Cage had maintained that season 1 energy,
Hmm.
Black Lightning would have been a fine network
Oh, yeah.
stand-in. But after season 2, nah.
Mm.
Okay, so here we've got the bikes. We've got Academy Award winner Diane Lane. Did she ever win an Academy Award?
I don't know.
Um, Academy Award winner Sylvester Stallone here.
They're working those helmets.
Oh yeah, full boots.
Oh,
Okay, so I am Georgia.
they did a RoboCop Judge Dredd crossover, didn't they?
I don't know. I want. I 100% want to read it if they did though. And that was the thing is RoboCop basically does what Judge Dredd, it's the same vibe, the first one, like it's a good adaptation vibe or something.
Mm.
So no, they never actually did one. There's
Wow,
a
I'm kind of shocked.
we've got a funny cover for
Mm.
it that I will send you, but no. Okay, back to the movie, folks. Sorry, what did I miss?
Oh, Diane Lane. Yep. Comic scene tried to sell everybody on a Judge Dredd movie as far back as the 80s.
Yep. Oh, now, okay, so I don't know if I think it was pre-show. Um, so this was PG-13. It had to be PG-13 because it was competing with Batman Forever.
Hmm.
Um, and so this was one of the first, like, it's going to be so intense that you won't know it's not rated R. So there you go, folks. That's what they thought that meant. No.
Uh, Yikes.
Yeah. It's like that armor doesn't isn't actually body armor. It's like it's fucking
Oh.
spandex. Nope.
Eh.
Mhm. I do need to see Phoenix again at some point. Danny Cannon's Ray Liotta led neo noir. Uh oh. Is James Remar gonna die? I can't remember.
Oh, he comes back, right?
Mm-mm. Does he? Somebody does. Or
Ooh. It's funny what they thought would catch on.
yep,
Like, oh, well.
yep. So when they say that Judge Dredd doesn't show his face uh, in the comics,
Mhm.
they mean it, right? Like,
He rarely ever takes the helmet off.
and so
I
he's
don't
also
even know what he
supposed to
looks
be
like without the
he's
helmet.
supposed to be hideously deformed or something. But
Mm.
I don't remember everybody else taking their helmets off all the time, but that was a big deal. They were like, nobody's willing to do it and not take their helmet off because you got to be a movie star. People got to see you on screen, and so they made a
This
big,
is, yeah,
but they
they
made a
made a
big,
big deal.
they made a big deal about that, and then they also made a big deal. But before that, they had that design where you could see their eyes, right? Like,
Hmm.
God damn, the spandex is really tight on everyone. It's not. I'm just kind of. Well, I mean, like Batman knew better, right? Like,
Well, with Stallone,
yeah.
there's very little like an armored look would do because
I
he's.
also forget Stallone had quite the Stallone liked being beefcake in the
Hmm.
mid '90s a lot. Probably because Schwarzenegger did it in one movie for T2 as a throwback reference.
Yeah.
And then Stallone was like, I can fucking do that all the time.
So this is his more or less Thor wearing the helmet because
Yeah,
that was a big complaint about this movie.
yeah. So
Megathor.
you're not even going to care that he takes his helmet off. Okay, so here we have Jurgen Prochnow, villain of God, Beverly Hills Cop 2 would have been probably his first big Hollywood villain role, right?
Yeah, I think so.
And then he never
Before
did
that, he
anything
was
else.
wasn't he Das Boot before that?
He was Das Boot, and I think he probably tried to do a like tragic romantic leading man, like
Yeah,
in a drama, and then that didn't pan out because you know
yeah, he was
nobody
Hollywood
believes that
wanted him
Germans
to
are
be the
nice
villain,
people.
right? He just has that look anyway.
Yeah. So
There's Max.
yeah. So Do you think they offered this to Christopher Plummer and he turned it down? X-Men Side said
Eh,
yes. Or do you
no,
think
this was the '90s. Max von Sydow and uh, Christopher Plummer, and because Christopher Plummer was still hot off of Star Trek Six, people loved him in that.
he had his resurgence in the 90s? That's right.
And then
He
there was what's his name? Christopher Lee was doing. They were always doing anything.
Well, and here we've got Mitchell Ryan. Now, no offense to Mitchell Ryan, but he is not anybody's top casting. He is a he's the guy who betrays Jim Garner on the episode of Rockford Files. He's a guest star. Like,
Yeah, there are no heroes in the world.
here it is.
Oh,
Not
it
only
really is
does he
Stallone
take,
under that helmet.
but look at his bright blue eyes.
Uh,
I
Proving
can't.
once again he could never be Superman. Like it looks so bad.
God,
Batman, maybe. I'm shocked they never kind of really considered Stallone for that, but
I'm sure he wanted to be considered for it at some point or another.
yeah.
Well, we just watched Lords of Flatbush a while ago, and he's so likable in that.
Oh wow,
Like,
yeah, I haven't seen that one.
it's pretty terrible, but it's really fucking cheap. Like, you thought um Blackula Scream didn't have an ending. Lords of
Mhm.
Flatbush just is like, meh.
I wanted to see that in The Wanderers.
Yeah, I haven't seen The Wanderers in 30, 25 years. And there's like, yeah, Ken Wall actually good? I still don't know. Okay, so now we have the Aspen Prison Complex. So at this point, we had the nice city, but now we've just had this not great establishing shot of the um, prison from the outside. So it doesn't look as good as Return of the Jedi. And that was 12 years earlier. And that's basically the problem with Judge Dredd is that to be a sci-fi blockbuster
Yeah, you
in
gotta
the
try to
90s, you had to
move
fucking
away from.
swing big.
Mm,
And Batman,
oh,
yep, there he is. And Batman Forever was a big stylistic swing, for better or worse. But I mean, same thing. Like Independence Day went big. Everything went big. I mean, and this didn't.
yeah,
This was like a sci-fi movie with a big budget. Like,
yeah, it is. Because this was the era of we got to reach the entire audience. We can't just focus on who knows about this shit.
yeah, we have
That's why this
to.
ended up the way it did.
And it'll be fun to talk about that next week. But
Because in the Judge Dredd comics, right? There's no. He's got a rogues gallery, but there's no, direct villain. I don't think.
um, no, not like this. Like he doesn't have a nemesis. There is like the Judge Rico arc, but it only lasts, 6 issues. Like it's not a big deal. It's just as long as the when he gets lost in the wasteland arc that comes up in a
Hmm.
second here. Like,
Oh no!
they can't even do a good robot voice. It's
oh, it's RoboCop all over again.
just more expensive and worse. Like, I mean, that was kind of the thing, though, is the lesson people took from, I don't know, I guess the Star Wars movies was you wanted to have a lot of sets for
Mm-hmm.
your fucking action
It has to look
movie.
pretty. Yeah.
Yeah, it has to look big, like the indoor scale has to be appropriate. But when you actually think about anything that's not like, we've sort of proven that that's not the thing.
Okay, which one of those young girls was he like really?
Mm, the end. The one on the end. But what's also nice is this is from the era that nobody ever thought there was going to be a better screen than the TV screen. So the real problem with the movie is that he sucks. I mean,
Well, he's problem is Stallone translated the character as this, and again, his need to not wear the helmet, and
he's also in incredible heels. If you want to take a look, this is when Robert Downey Jr. comes back and is taller than Chris Hemsworth. Like, oh shit! I think it's because he's got to be like this. I think does he have? We have to wait for. Is he taller than Armand Asante?
Mm.
That'll be the thing.
He's training in the Legionnaires.
Mm-hmm. And I get. I mean,
Oh, look at that! It's a co-ed
yeah,
locker room.
which would also be a thing in Starship Troopers in a couple of years. The
Mm.
thing about Judge Dredd is that it is supposed to be a fascist commentary, except Disney was not going to say that cops are fascists.
You see
So
that?
no, I missed it.
They gave him Morticia eyes.
Oh yeah. Look at that,
What the hell?
dude. Th- when's the last time you saw The Specialist? Like, he and fucking Sharon Stone have like a scene in the shower where like you're supposed to be ogling him. Like, this was
Uh,
Stallone was really.
how does he do this? And Diane Lane is in the same scene. Jeez.
This was like a potential comeback for her. That's how sad Diane's career
Oh,
was.
that's right.
Yeah,
'Cause
like
she drifted for a minute. Yeah.
she never was willing to do television, and so that like was one of those things. And I mean, I get it, and we talk about
Well,
that
that was back
sometimes.
when, there
That
was a difference.
yeah, that sometimes it is like somebody should have just done TV. We needed to break that stigma, and that stigma remained until Sopranos. It remained until Breaking Bad. That was one of
Hmm.
the big deals about Cranston was like it was somebody at the end of his, you know, mainstream career who was willing to do this thing.
Yep.
So it took a long ass time, and it was, a certain convicted person who did a Netflix show who's the big crossover. But anyway, so it never would have really occurred to somebody to do this, or you did it and it flopped. Like I think didn't Mary Stuart Masterson try a show at one point, or no?
She special guest starred on
Maybe I'm thinking of Margaret
SVU for a while.
Collin. Okay, so I'm thinking of Margaret Collin, who never really tried to be a.
They kept trying to give her shows for a
Yeah,
minute.
she was great.
Yeah.
And none of that shit's available. Like, I mean, it's vaguely available. You can get, 4 episodes. Here and there. Anyway, just fucking release it. It doesn't matter. What are you doing? Just put it on Pluto. Okay, so here we have the ABC robot. I don't know if I think the ABC robots, like, they all come back and it's a huge, like, battle arc. That's not what we'll be getting here. Though clearly somebody from what is it? Phantom Menace design was like, you know what looked good? That robot in Judge Dredd.
Judge Dredd.
Yeah.
Oh.
All right, here we go, everybody. Not since Dino De Laurentiis was it such an important thing to have an animatronic.
And I just remember seeing pictures of this thing all over the goddamn place.
Mm-hmm. I mean, they got this hyped in by the end. They got it hyped in premiere. Like, they really busted ass to get people to take this seriously. And what Roland Emmerich would then go on to prove was it didn't matter if you busted ass to get people to take you seriously. You just needed people to like your fucking movie. Like, that's all it took was people to enjoy watching your movie.
And it's no coincidence the head is very Terminator-esque.
Yo, yeah. We'd have to check the comic, but it does look like that action figure from the mid 80s called the Terminator that was part of a series, and it was blue. And it did karate, and I had it.
Oh, the kick.
Yeah. Yeah, the shirtless blue robot called Terminator. Okay, so we couldn't even get like a recognizable TV grandma for this.
Oh,
we got a little bit of squib there. Dredd. On camera. Yep. Okay, so we got some shitty flying cars. Now this was also 5 years after Back to the Future 2. Which did not do it to this scale, but did it better. Like, it didn't look shitty like these cars look. I would argue that Demolition Man didn't look this shitty in some ways, though the cars were different.
They were standard cars.
Yeah, they were just cars. Never mind. But that was the thing is we had Demolition Man, and that might have been a video hit, but it was not a hit. Like, Demolition Man's was not a comeback for him. It was like,
it did okay, I think, but it didn't
but it didn't do anywhere near enough.
It did so much that Stallone's still doing action pictures.
But he's not, but he's doing them for independent financer Andrew Valji, not for Warner Brothers or whatever Demolition Man was. Yeah.
Oh no, the car. Oh, here's where the graphic novel story kicks in.
We're 30 minutes in, folks. We're 30 minutes in. I mean, Russell Mulcahy would have done a better job. Just saying.
Well, he would have made it a little more moodier.
Yeah. A little moodier and a little bit less, I
Because
don't
this,
know, Star Warsy. Like that was a very
it's not even just that. It's very, it plays like a comic book movie, you
right.
know? Like you could literally see this as any old generic comic book. It didn't even have to be Judge Dredd. This could have
Right.
been Adam Strange or Captain Comet or something. The story is just so standard.
Well, it's because they rely on pretty much everybody else to give it some personality, but
Yeah, it ain't working.
I love how Max Fittside was just like, I mean, I'll do it, but I won't actually look at him in a scene. I'll look down like I'm looking at him, but I won't look him in the face all the time. I can't. I can't. Not with these lines. I'm Max Van Sydow. I was just in. What was he in? Needful Things.
Oh, oh,
Jay,
look at that.
we're in the future, and they still don't have good video cameras either. Like,
Right. Like they can't tell. I mean, with the helmet on, you should be able to tell.
well, no, they can because they can see his name badge. He had his name tag on.
Mm.
They were like, he's so dumb, he went and did that, and there's no chance it was somebody else. Oh God, there he is, Balthasar Getty, Disney's
Uh,
favorite boy. Everyone.
was it the narcotics that did him in? Because they were kind of pushed him for a second.
I mean, I think it's did it. I don't know. I don't want to. I don't want to. I don't. Is he even alive?
That's
Did he
what I'm saying.
retire? Yeah, I don't know. Wasn't he in Wild Squall or whatever that fucking movie's called? White Squall.
Yeah, he's the boat, right?
Yeah, the Ridley Scott. Oh God. So the funniest thing about Ridley Scott is that I'm sure Ridley Scott was rumored to do this at one point. Why didn't they get Tony Scott? Anyway,
Oh.
wow. Shut
Mm.
up, Balthasar. Um, we couldn't make Robert Sean Leonard happen. We can't make you happen. Um, oh yeah, Ridley Scott. So, um, like people, today they love Ridley Scott. Nobody is more qualified to make a story about rape than Ridley Scott. Whatever you want to say, Ridley Scott, etc., etc. But in the '90s, Ridley Scott basically made Thelma and Louise, and then made a bunch of stinkers. 1492 was the big stinker, and then it just kept happening. And then he ended up at Disney, where he made G.I. Jane, and he couldn't even like convince people to see that enough. And like it not happily, interestingly coincided with Demi Moore's fall from
Yeah, because with her, it wasn't even gradual. It was
well,
just like,
it
oh,
just dropped. It went boom. Um
standard court shit.
was this after Tech War started? It was, right?
Probably. Because remember, for a while, it was, hey, we got to do shit from the future, you know,
Mm-hmm.
future shit. Because we're the '90s and the 2000s is coming up, so we got to spice it up a little.
Yeah.
Star Trek is a hit show. We got to do some, futuristic stuff.
Okay, so now we're getting some conspiratorial talk. Both of the 9 years ago, Rico, etc., etc. So we're gonna find out how this all ties together. I think pretty quickly because Dred's only like away from
This
the
ain't a long movie.
city. No, it's not a long movie. We haven't even introduced Joan Chen yet. They're gonna be cloned. It's just, I mean, it is a lot more like Star Wars prequel trilogy than I'd like it to be, but
Mm.
George
Well, then
Lucas is
again, I
a
only liked the last one compared to the other two.
right.
Revenge of the Sith is not good, but
Oh God, the blue lights of Crystal Lake. Yeah. See, it's dark on this side because he's the bad guy, and it's light on the other side with Max Van Sydow because he's really the good guy.
oh, they have to sentence him. Oh no. Super dramatic. Oh. See what I mean by it's very campy for no
Yeah,
good.
it's campy for no good reason, right? Like, and I think that's having not seen Flash Gordon in God 15 or
There you
20
go.
years. Like,
That's
I don't
exactly what Judge
know.
Dredd is.
Like, yeah,
It's the 90s Flash Gordon.
it's the 90s Flash Gordon, but it's like mean spirited. So it's like not even like
Right, it's not even doesn't even
nobody's
it's not
Timothy Dalton's not having fun. Like nobody's having fun. Oh, and
no.
Max Van Sydow was in that too. Yeah.
Like to me this is kind of the tone of a I hate mentioning it, but like if they had done a Legion of Superheroes back then,
Oh God, yeah.
oh, it's the book. Damn you.
Sorry, Dredd. I'm a lawyer.
You know who else they could have resurrected and crossed over with Judge Dredd? Captain Power.
Oh my God.
Now, that would be a serious crossover right there. Oh,
Just no fucking time. Like
uh,
Max Van Sydow went and changed his fucking coat, and they were like, "Time to go."
he's got on his Spock robe.
Yep. Oh. Oh, speaking of Spock, what was Alan Silvestri listening to there? Like trailer shot, trailer shot, trailer shot. And that was the other thing about Judge Dredd is all of this was in the trailer.
Yeah, especially
Like,
this.
so like it wasn't like you got a I mean, okay, so traditionally I guess I would say the trailer shouldn't have anything that isn't from the first act unless it's in like a quickly cut montage sequence to tantalize you for the resolution to it. We are 40 minutes into this movie and we are still in the movie trailer. Like,
Mm,
I think this is about when
yowza. So Diane Lane never went out for Catwoman?
I don't think so. Nobody remembered who she was when she was in this. Like, I do want to watch Lady Beware again, but
Oh,
Lady Beware, that was 87 or 88. Like,
yeah.
she basically completely went away for
But that one wasn't. That one became late night
it
HBO
did, but it
cheesecake.
wasn't.
It wasn't horrible, but it had more plot than most
Yeah,
of those.
but it was, I mean, but it was less Skinamax than
Yeah,
like heart
there's more
than
acting in it.
it was like a very um triggering Hallmark movie in a way, like
Hmm.
Hallmark thriller. Lifetime. I'm sorry, Lifetime. But and then she like disappeared again until Perfect Storm, and then she sort of came back, and she's been around
Hmm.
ever since. Like,
My thug robot.
mhm.
God damn it. It's almost a wonder they didn't make this animated.
We hadn't started talking about R-rated animated movies being the future yet.
Mm-mm.
Cool
Well,
World delayed that conversation a few
yeah.
years.
Anything Ralph Bakshi was doing, people fought against it.
Yep. Anything wrong with back she did caused a setback. He was delaying the DC animated universe or whatever the fuck. Because that was basically all that's come out where they've been like, oh no, this is an R rated cartoon.
And those really are the tamest rated R cartoons with, added
Yeah.
shock shit. Oh,
All right. So
oh my God.
is this
They, yeah, they genuinely look like stormtroopers right there.
um I wonder what a restored slipstream looks like. Does it look better? Are the composites in Slipstream actually better than this? It's not impossible. Oh my god!
Oh,
Wait a second.
hold on. Now, would it been better or worse if Rob Schneider's part was played by Steve Buscemi?
Oh, in the okay, so I've been thinking about who could actually have done this with a significant rewrite and a better director, but I'm going to say the words. If it were a Mel Gibson, Richard Donner movie, yes, Steve Buscemi. But it also would be in the universe where Jerry Bruckheimer produced it.
Oh shit, Mad Max people.
That's might be why I was just thinking that.
That's why I can't stand dystopian future movies. I can't stand the look of Mad Max. We gotta be in a desert wasteland.
So the other guys are gonna go after Dredd, and they were able to like easily get out of this prison thing. This is the future fascist wet dream, and you're telling me that they don't have better fucking shit than this? Like, this is all like, oh, why is that gun working if against your fellow people if you program the other guns not to work, like against civilians or whatever? Like, what is somewhat interesting about this is that it by turning Dredd into um an unlikely buddy picture here, they do introduce this idea that Dredd has to take care of someone, which theoretically would give you lots of humorous potential. You will not have that. Hey, look, worse CGI than the Lawnmower Man. Cool. This is all the special effects were done on a Commodore 68 or some
Intel.
Have you seen Star Wars 1977 Desert Ship? I have to. It's just like they have no ideas. Like,
I think if it's ever possible for somebody to just cobble together all that deleted shit and just put it into some version of Star Wars, but I don't know. I don't think they ever released any of those scenes like the ones with Luke's friends and shit
I
with
can't.
better audio
Yeah, I
or
can't
any
even
audio at
remember
all.
if they've been restored. Like, it's amazing how the conversation on that has entirely ceased. So telling about the Star
Because
Wars fan
really,
base.
there's only so much you could edit in and out of it, and
Yeah.
these fan cuts are just
Okay, so Dad is some sort of an actor. Looks like he probably played somebody on Law and Order a few times. Um, but then we've got, future Texas Chainsaw Massacre family here with this guy who looks like just absolutely like shit. Like, just fucking terrible.
It does look silly. That's what I'm saying. How cartoonish this is, and I can see why fans of Judge Dredd were really pissed at this. But at
Yeah.
the same time, this is a product of back then where
Yeah.
authenticity wasn't.
It's the product of the worst, sort of era of blockbuster movie making. Like,
Mhm. and nobody was beholden to. This was when what James Cameron was going to do his Spider-Man. It wasn't even.
Yep. We were still in the Cameron Spider-Man. They were still he still had said he was going to do it if they could get the rights back.
Uh,
And that basically lasted until Titanic.
yep. Because then there was the big push because they wanted Leo to be Spider-Man
Yep.
for a minute.
Yep. It was a natural extension of Titanic, man. Ah,
Mm,
ah.
mm.
Oh,
Ah,
yeah, there's a trailer joke moment for you. And this was set up as being like a major villain in the trailer or something, and there are no major villains in the trailer or in the movie. Like,
mm-mm. It's just
no, if yeah, ooh, we don't have blood, but we've got you know hoofs of hoofs of air going out the back.
mm. Ah.
There's Dredd. God, look at his little outfit, Stallone's outfit. It looks like a fucking Cabbage Patch Kid. He looks like a fucking Cabbage Patch Kid. He does.
What
Like,
makes it look like he's wearing overalls, right?
yeah, it's Tough
Fucking.
Joey's, fucking gardening outfit. Like, God, the 80s or 90s were fucking. Well, that's what this is. This feels like a very 80s movie, like
Mm-hmm.
in the
Yeah.
90s. Like, the most modern thing about it is fucking Rob Schneider wasn't around in the 80s. You
Mm-hmm.
could have made this exact same movie with the exact same cast, with the exception of him and maybe Joan Chen. We'd have to look in 1987. Like, ooh,
Hey.
Obi-Wan Kenobi with the shotgun. Oh wait, no, it's Max Van Sydow.
So you're out here too, huh?
Oh,
Well, thank you for your services, Mr. Von Sydow.
oh, he's dressed like Mario. He's like
Mm-hmm.
olive drab
Action Mario.
Mario. Yeah. Oh, Sylvester Stallone as Mario.
Mm-hmm.
Frank Stallone as Luigi, obviously.
Wait, I thought he turned his switch.
I can't. Did he turn it up himself? He can't turn it himself because he have a. I don't know. You think Stallone knows how to use like a dial? I don't think he knows how to use it.
All right, just get rid of him. There we go.
So what's so funny about this though is Stallone did not want to do this movie, right? Like they offered him a lot of
his
comparatively to what
check.
he was getting. Yeah. So he did not want to do this movie because he thought it was like beneath him. He made Cobra, right? He wrote Cobra himself.
Yeah, Cobra
Cobra
was
has
what
a scene.
that Beverly Hills Cop was supposed to be.
Cobra
Like
has a scene where he cuts a piece of pizza in half with the
with
scissors
scissors.
to
Yeah.
show how cool he is. Like, yes, it is about killing neo Nazis, so that's fine. But it's a really fucking bad movie.
Oh yeah.
Nobody's there. The whole picture's a fake, except we kept the baby. Oh my god, hurry up. I'm sure Balthazar told people that he had a much bigger part in the director's cut. The David Ayer cut of Judge Dredd.
I wonder if he did any press for it.
He did.
Because
I mean,
that's when you're just like, yeah, and I'm in a great deal of the movie.
in comic scene, I think. Who the
Oh, that's
fuck
well,
else would
comic
interview him?
scene really. Comic scene is Starlog.
Ooh, yeah, this would have actually had to break out to Starlog. This would have made the big leagues. We could
I
have looked
think
that up.
Wizard
All of
was out by this
Starlog.
point.
Yeah, it was. All of Starlog is on the archive.
Mm.
Not comics. Maybe comic scene is too, I think. Yeah, it is. Okay, so now we're getting the cloning backstory. Judge Dredd is a composite of the finest semen from all of the judges throughout history. Um, cool. Uh, you mix all those dudes together to get Stallone.
Is Batman Beyond?
Oh shit, is that? No.
You didn't hear about that?
No.
The last episode, well, there's the season finale of one of the seasons of Justice League Unlimited is a flash forward to Batman Beyond, and it has
Okay.
an old Bruce Wayne talking to Terry McGinnis, and it turns out Terry McGinnis is made up partially of Bruce Wayne's DNA.
Jeez.
Yeah. Like
And then,
Terry's daddy ain't his real daddy, but there
and
was
then at
no,
the end, right. Bruce is like, and actually, I never fucking told him, but I was Dick Grayson's dad the whole time. I let him die thinking I never liked him. This outfit is, I cannot handle this fucking silly outfit on Stallone. Oh, God.
But he wore that in something else too. Something similar.
So, this was entirely filmed, I believe, on location in Italy. It was a big
Uh,
deal. The Italy was going to be a major studio facility. Now, nobody knew Tyler Perry was going to revolutionize studio rentals in the United States or whatever. But Stallone would then make Daylight, which I think was 96. Was it 97?
it was around this era. All
Yeah.
these 90s era Stallone movies, to me, they all really just kind of blend in because I can't
Yeah.
tell what year. There's Daylight, The Specialist, Assassins. Um,
Yeah.
that was
And
all to me either the same year or
well, Daylight was
a year or
delayed,
two
so it
apart.
was filmed the same year, right? Like,
Hmm.
yeah, and then Copland was 97, and that was when he tried.
Yeah,
That was
Copland was where they really tried to get him. Hey, you can act, dude. So
let's try that for once. And then he sort of never capitalized on it, but he did have a different sort of career path after that. And that was the it took a while to get there. I'd say it took until Rocky Balboa actually, but he like it did
yeah, he was
change a
going back
little
to the
bit.
well.
Yeah, he hadn't
Yeah.
gone back to the well yet,
Mm.
but he was doing other, like, Driven, for fuck's sake. Driven.
Forgot about that one. Oh, Joan Chen.
I don't even know if she has any lines. I think oh, there she, never mind, sorry.
Yeah.
Oh
Who
god,
was?
she has a cat fight with a old girl, doesn't she?
Yeah,
What am I
there's
thinking?
got to be that.
1995.
And she kind of had a, she was around for a minute too, Joan Chen, and then
Yeah,
kind of there was never an Asian it girl till Lucy Liu, unfortunately.
yeah.
But
And
there
I
was a slew
mean,
of them, though, between before Lucy Liu became, I guess, the chosen one.
she never even hit it that big. Like, I mean, I love Lucy Liu. She's great on Elementary, but
Yeah.
like, it was not like. Once again, go back and listen to our FX2 commentary. It, it, if you want to be an it girl, you better. They aren't gonna make a non-white girl an it girl. Like,
Right.
they're
They're
just
gonna,
not. They're
they're gonna
gonna,
get boxed out.
yeah, they're gonna try. Somebody's gonna give it a shot, and it's not gonna work out. They're gonna give up after the first try. Like,
Hmm. Oh no! It blew up the station.
so I like that the lights are actually blue. We just saw down there are actually blue lights.
Oh, is this? We're taking the city over now.
In the fucking future set from the Flash TV show. Like,
Yeah.
what's his face? The return of
Oh, right.
haircut. Yeah. Hey, I've got a cigar. I was on Cigar Aficionado. August 1995. The headline said Judge Dredd, the biggest hit of summer 1995. Armand Desante talks about. I
What
wonder
actually
if they're.
did anything actually hit in 95?
Yeah, man. 95 was the fucking. 95 had Batman Forever,
Hmm.
Apollo 13, Die Hard 5, or 4, 3, which
Okay.
was the big hit outside. And then, like, Braveheart was 95, wasn't it? And that was a
Oh,
summer movie. Like, yeah, 95 fucking. 95 was a big fucking year.
so remember 96 was Independence Day.
96 was Independence Day and basically nothing else.
Right.
Yeah. But 95 was. Well, wait, when
When
was
did
Lost
Twister come out?
World? 95.
Okay. So that might have been one of the, yeah.
95 was the fucking year. Like, hold on, let's let me look at Box Office Mojo here. Yes, we can if we clone them. Oh, I'm sorry, folks. I spoiled it for you. Oh, okay. Number 1, Batman Forever. Number 2, Apollo 13. Number 3, Toy Story.
Oh,
Pocahontas. Ace Ventura 2. Casper. Die Hard 3 made 92 million. Crimson Tide made 90 million.
why did I think Ace Ventura
GoldenEye
2
made
came out
90.
in 97?
Because it seems weird because 1 came out in 94, right? Like,
Oh, yeah. 'Cause I always thought it was like a
uh,
stretch between the two of them because he was like, I refuse to do sequels.
no, I think actually he fucking had already, like, hadn't he already started, like, doing
Uh-uh.
Ace Ventura 2? I don't know. But yeah, so the 90s, folks, very interesting time.
There's that big gap where they were rumored we're gonna have Jerry Lewis play his dad.
Oh God, remember that? Yeah. Oh, is he wearing Ferris Bueller, a shitty version of Ferris Bueller's?
Uh,
No,
that's just
okay.
goop splattered on him or something. It looks like it anyway.
So here he's gonna be. They're gonna be running through the
Oh,
bowels of the Gold Galaxy Quest ship, where you have you
this is the
gotta
buddy movie where you don't care if one of the buddies
nope,
dies.
not at all. Because I mean, okay, so basically, Rob Schneider, and nobody is going to understand this. He's Joe Pesci right now, right? Like
Yeah.
the idea of introducing a comedic sidekick to a action movie started with. I mean, it probably started with some Rob Cohen movies that sucked, but its crossover moment was Lethal Weapon 2 with Joe Pesci,
Mm-hmm.
which, of course, Joe Pesci did not want to be a comedic actor necessarily, but
Uh-uh.
he became one for a while.
Yeah, and it was painful. The super
Vinny, yeah, oh
Vinny.
God.
Well, Vinny helped him out. Vinny encouraged him to do more comedy.
Yeah, and that just led to eight heads in a
8 heads
duffel
in a
bag.
duffel bag.
Yeah. I hope he got a nice swimming pool. Um,
Right. Going fishing and all that shit.
Going fishing, which I still want to see because just
Oh wait. Uh Home Alone. The
yeah,
Home
and
Alone.
Home Alone's. Oh God, that's right. But that was post Lethal Weapon. That was post
Yeah.
the comeback.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, folks. So we have approximately 28 minutes left. Oh, we're gonna have a little homophobic joke here.
No.
I mean,
It'd be funny if all the badges said Judge Dredd on them and shit.
right?
Here's your Comic-Con prize.
A Versace design. Judge Dredd must have had. They must have tried to get this a fucking Happy Meal tie-in somewhere, right?
I mm, I don't think they went that far, but I know there had to have been some kind of marketing for it, right?
Like Pizza Hut or something. Like,
Did it have Coca-Cola cans?
let's see.
They
Tell us,
didn't make figures, did
Wikipedia.
they? They
I
didn't
don't
do movie figures. I don't think.
know because they probably didn't have the rights.
Mm. I
Because that's
know
going to be the
some
other
company
thing.
did release Judge Dredd figures, but they weren't
Yeah.
they weren't based on this. Oh no, evil Armando Sante.
Okay. In early development, Rennie Harlan, Richard Donner, Peter Hewitt, and Richard Stanley were considered.
Mm.
Danny Cannon says he turned down an offer to direct Die Hard 3 to make this. That was a good choice. Cannon tried to get Joe Pesci to play Fergie, who turned it down. Schwarzenegger turned it down.
Oh,
Uh,
I couldn't even imagine that.
Right?
I
I
am the
am
law.
the law. Nigel Phelps, the production designer, this was his first movie. He worked for Anton Fursk at some point. The special effects are actually by Douglas Trumbull's company, but
Mhm.
that was much more impressive in the 60s and 70s. Let's see, it had to be recut 5 times to get an R rating. That's when they had to get it cut down to PG-13. This is where Danny Cannon talks a bunch of shit about Stallone. Uh,
Oh, see, yeah,
Stallone,
this was another big thing. They wanted the motorcycles to fly.
yeah, and Stallone still says he was right about the movie or some shit. Like, I swear I remember a cup.
One of the restaurants might add a cup.
That was the other thing. Tie-in cups were a big deal for a second.
Hmm.
Mm, there was an
Because I
SNES
mean,
game.
if it was one of the big ones, they would have had some sort of tie-in in the movie. Like you would have had them eating Burger King or
That's
something somewhere in the
true.
movie.
You're right. Yeah.
The only one I saw so far was Coors.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. So no tie-ins. Good point. Taco Bell was like, you know what? We got burned once. We won't be working with
Yeah.
Stallone again. So here we've got a
With these Masters of the Universe looking.
yeah. I mean, that's kind of what the problem is. It's like, okay, special effects wise, you are closer, arguably, to Return of the Jedi than you are to Masters of the Universe. But um, it's been 12 years since Return of the Jedi, and that wasn't even that. The speeder bike's cool, but it's not even that great compared to some other things. You
Mhm.
should be able to, like, you've got multiple dimensions here. Oh, I'm sorry. Marvel movies are the first ones to lower the to set scenes at night so you don't have to do light more effects. Oh, look, here it is in fucking models. Like,
Yeah.
nobody ever wanted to do that. See Hulk versus Daredevil or whatever. Uh,
Yeah. Smash them. Oh,
yeah.
damn it.
So,
Well, there goes those people that lived in that
yeah,
building.
fuck them. Oh, I didn't even hear what he said. That's too bad. Yeah, Stallone's heartthrob. I can be a heartthrob era. So weird.
Yeah, why is that's such a Buck Rogers outfit?
Oh,
Yeah, it's about time he washed that blood off his face.
why isn't her top spandex now? Like, she has sleeves. Look at my blue eyes again. Moving right along.
Wait,
How have we not gotten significantly better at fake pictures, though? Like, it's still not that much better. People still just do stupid shit. Like,
I don't like how they use like headshots still for
yeah,
family pictures and shit.
yeah, no, that what?
Oh no.
So yes, so now Armand Desante is going to clone himself instead of Dredds or whatever the better blood is supposed to be or whatever. Because cloning, big deal. Until what, the island, and then everybody was like, oh wait, cloning was a really stupid fucking story idea. We shouldn't have been trying to do it for the last 24 years.
And what's the Arnold one?
Oh, the 12th day or 6th
Yeah.
day or whatever. Yeah.
He's screwing my wife.
Did Van Damme ever play clones or just twins?
I think he did have one where he was cloned. Yeah. I think I recently just watched that shit. The last 10 minutes of it. Or the last fight, you can't really even tell the difference. Mhm.
Mhm.
Oh, look, the robot's behind.
Mhm.
Just standing there.
He moved around a little bit when he came in. They put that,
The head to work.
they made that in their fucking maker space. They put that to work. Did they cut like some dumb sex scene between Joan Chen and Armand Desante? Also, did he take out his blue contacts? What's going on?
Hmm.
Uh-oh. Nope.
Wait a minute. Oh.
Fastest that fucking robot's moved in the whole movie.
Ah!
God damn, Joan Chen just had to wait another. Joan Chen could have been in Goldeneye. Like, what was she doing in this? Like,
She wasn't in any of the Bonds, was she?
nope,
Damn.
nope,
I always thought she was.
nope. I don't think she ever did one. I can't think of one.
Oh, and that's right, because that was Michelle Yeoh.
Yeah. So she couldn't have been in that one, but she could have been in
No.
Goldeneye. Yeah.
Yeah, she could have been a Goldeneye.
And not in this.
Mm.
Ah, God, hurry up. Look at the size of Stallone's
The
heels.
food.
Yeah.
Dun 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 dun.
Yep. Oh, please kill.
Oh, it did shoot him.
Yeah, I know. That robot seems like a piece of shit. I'm just
Yeah.
saying, like, Jurgen Prochnow should be embarrassed. Is he seriously not? Is that where
And
he
he's
hit his
not dead.
head? Is that where he hit his fucking head
Mm,
with the arm guy? Is that still from when he got headbutted earlier?
think so.
Oh my.
That would have been great if that was Rob Schneider's last scene.
Mhm.
They just leave him there. Yeah, the blood stream on his head is just
Okay, but why is Armand Sante's costume like if you went to the back in time to like the 20 to the year 2000 in Star Trek The Next Generation?
it looks like an evil Jedi.
Belts out of fucking Battlestar the original. They're our brothers. Don't they look like
um,
us?
yeah,
Oh, we got to see who's taller. Hold on.
yeah. Oh, get up, dummy. It's just a flesh wound.
Okay, so Armando Sante's definitely on a higher stair, right? I
Yeah.
forgot we need to check this situation out. Can we hurry the fuck up? 14 minutes. Oh. Okay, there we go.
Oh wow.
See, I am taller than Armando Sante. Yes, I am. By the size of my heels.
Well, it looks charitable. I mean, it's only but
Were they ever in anything else together? Like in the 70s? Like
I don't think the 70s. I think DTV era Stallone might have done a
okay.
couple. Hmm?
Well, they were friends in the prequel that we don't get to see now. Oh yeah, Armando Sante's 5'10. Stallone's not 5'10. Let's see here. Paradise Alley. That's what they were in together.
Ah,
Oh my god, Paradise Alley.
oh no, Kane is taking over.
Oh,
Oh, mm, what?
man. Oh my god. This
Yeesh.
thing was the stupidest villain. Like, there we go.
Like this movie compared to the comic Judge Dredd is kind of like Batman to the 60s Batman, you know?
Right. With the difference that they never then adopted the movie into the comic for a couple of
Mm.
years or whatever. When 60s Batman started to change tone until it had to come back with Neil Adams or whatever in 72.
Mm.
Okay,
Mm.
would the clones attack people? Why would
Yeah, why
they?
would they come out already?
Does oh, there we go. Wow.
Oh,
Hashtag feminism.
1995.
1995. Oh, I like how the gun shots can't sound like gunshots because there'd be too many of them or whatever for PG-13. So instead, it sounds like a dustbuster. Like,
Oh no, Gus Gorman's machine is breaking down.
here we go. Where were they the whole time? Statue of Liberty.
Oh,
Isn't that cool? Oh,
oh wow.
yep,
Eesh.
yep.
So New York is stretched as far as Liberty Island.
Farther, yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe they moved it. I can't remember. I think the Statue of Liberty actually is somehow comics accurate. Okay, so shoot him. Oh my god.
Evil villain speech.
Yep. Okay, good. Haha. um,
Oh.
that relied on Armand Desante being distracted, like not just
Mhm.
distracted, but like watching the flare. Like there needs to be a subplot about how like he can't look away from fire. Ooh, did you see the blood and gore? Yes,
Uh,
Judge Hershey.
right. Come on, little bitty Diane Lane. Help.
Right? How tall is Diane
Big
Lane? Like four
5'4".
nine or something? Yeah. Okay, here we go, everybody. This is the big moment you've all been waiting for. They're coming out of the Statue of Liberty, we've learned. Oh my god.
Uh,
They're on the corner of Beaver Street.
uh,
Does anybody like working at Disney in any point in history, or did they always feel the need? Oh, good.
really?
Yeah. He can come back for the next one.
All right, he would be reformed,
Yep. He'd
working
have
in
a
the office.
shop. Yep. He'd be tech support.
Right.
He and Balthazar can have an adventure together.
Oh, so okay.
Yep.
He gets a kiss, suits up, and oh,
Hold on. You don't remember the last shot? You don't remember the bat signal shot?
oh,
Oh, yeah. Oh, my God.
he's smiling.
Yes, he is. I do like that Balthazar Getty appears to be trying to like sniffle to keep the snot from revealing the cocaine dripping out of his nose.
Now he looks like Charlie Sheen there.
Yep.
Oh God, look at
Hold on. Here you
Happy
go.
Hero.
Yep. Happy hero.
Yeah,
Here we go.
Gotham City is mine.
Is that why they cut that ending from Batman Forever? We'll never know. All
Uh,
right. So that was actually only 90 minutes and 23 seconds long. So buckle in, folks, for some end credits here. Okay, Junior Angel is Ewan Bremner of Train Spotting. He looked very familiar, and I could not believe that I'd forgotten that, but apparently I had not. So that is Ewan Bremner. Mitchell Anderson gets the end of the credits thing. Crew, we've got a lot of black space there. Wow. Just look at all the space in between the credit lines.
I don't even think Jurassic Park had a long credit
Not like
crawl.
this. Not like, because I mean, now it's a weird, like, screw you, we're gonna make you wait. Like, flex.
Because that's why they had to incorporate fucking tags, teasers, and shit.
But I mean, in this era,
see, they're already doing special effects.
yeah, but we've still got 4 minutes. So, well, yeah, they did special effects. That's how many there were. The rest of them they bought from someplace else. No, they don't even do it in the right order. Look at this. Makeup has the fucking special effects for like the head effects for something. Like nobody was paying any attention to this shit. Like, oh, okay, stunts. Anything interesting in stunts? Nope. Editorial? No. Unless
Is
that's
this really part of the score? What the fuck?
I thought there was an original song.
Oh.
Oh, hell yeah, this is an original song. This
don't sound like Celine Dion.
No, dude, I think this is like Depeche Mode or one of those bands. Just wait. Yeah, it makes no sense. They couldn't find anything. They couldn't buy a fucking Seal told them to fuck off. Like,
yeah, because they really didn't want this shit to work, huh?
Nope.
This would never have been on the top 10.
Nope.
It just sounds like a lot of noise.
What's the fucking tie-in movie music video like?
Oh, them in the city.
Oh, good point.
Standing on rooftops and shit.
Computer animation by a construction company. Interesting. Is that creative naming or is it a construction company and they were like, hey, you guys would be cheaper than ILM or James Cameron's guys? Sony Pictures ImageWorks.
Unit car, Mr. Stallone.
Keep going, come on. Plasterers. Carpenters.
Okay, now this is I can't imagine this being a hit either.
What the fuck? Yeah, totally. What the? All right,
Epic
come on.
soundtracks.
Here we go. Come on. Get to the. Oh, my God, taking forever. The Cure.
The song. The Cure.
It was by The Cure. A White
Darkness
Zombie.
Falls,
The Cocteau Twins.
Cocteau Twins. Rayo Asuka.
The World Beaters and Yosu Nador. Alan Silvestri did not do his own. Oh, wow. Look at real credits for creators. Yeah. Wow. DC Comics would never.
Unless you're
Shepperton
Superman
Studio.
or Batman.
Right. Really? It didn't film in Italy. Okay. I'm wrong. I'm sorry. and there's this whole thing about how if Synergy hadn't gone bankrupt, they would have had Titanic.
Yeesh.
So maybe you shouldn't have made Judge Dredd. Made me fucking watch it. Years later. Fuckers. Oh. Okay, well.
Yeah, Judge Dredd sucked.
That sucked. Oh. Next one won't suck. So back next week with Dredd from 2008, 2009 or something like that. 2012. Mm-hmm. I don't know. Nobody saw it in the theater, so it didn't
and they
hit.
Should have.
And
they should have got the support.
Should have gotten the support. Should have been a hit. And yeah, so we'll be bummed out about that next week. This week we can just be bummed out about that we watched Judge Dredd again.
Man, that was bad. And fuck Rob Schneider for stinking up this, for making a bad movie worse.
Yep. Oh. Whew. Well, folks, on that note, so we'll be back next week with Dredd 2. Dredd harder.
Good night, folks.
Friends, gather round. It's time for a toast to Andrew and Dee, our beloved hosts. On 709 Meridian, they dive deep into Judge Dredd's world. No secrets they keep. From Stallone's gruff growl, I am the law, to Rob Schneider's antics, they dissect it all. They've braved the chaos, the highs and lows. In this wild ride, their passion shows. Reflecting on films, both old and new, their commentary brings fresh views. With humor and wit, they keep us engaged. Through action, drama, every scene staged. And now they hint at what's to come, a deeper dive into Dredd's next run. With every episode, they raise the bar, Andrew and Dee, our podcast stars. So here's to 709 Meridian's zest for movie critiques. They're simply the best. Raise your glasses, let's give them a cheer. For more adventures, we eagerly wait to...
In the 2080s, the world's gone cold, a wasteland cursed with stories untold. Mega City 1, where the judges stand tall, law enforcers, jury, executioners of all. Dredd, Judge Dredd, in a world so dire. In Mega City 1, he's the law and the fire. Through chaos and corruption, he stands unbowed. In the nightmarish future, he remains unvowed. Framed by his brother, a plot so thick, Rico's betrayal, a nefarious trick. Falsely accused, Dredd's life in disarray. Fargo steps down to save the day. Dredd, Judge Dredd, in a world so dire. In Mega City 1, he's the law and the fire. Through chaos and corruption, he stands unbowed. In the nightmarish future, he remains unvowed. Through wastelands and danger, he seeks the truth. takes his stand. The angel gang strikes, their terror unleashed. Fargo's last breath with secrets bequeathed. Rico's clothes rise, but Dredds resolve his steel. In the heart of darkness, his justice they'll feel. Dredd, Judge Dredd, in a world so dire. In Mega City 1, he's the law and the fire. Chaos and corruption, he stands unbowed. In the nightmarish future, he remains unvowed. In the heart of the city, where the law is supreme, Dredd's name echoes like a recurring dream. With a heart of iron and a will so strong, in the land of the cursed, he rights the wrong. Whoa. The heart of the city, where the law is supreme. Dredd's name echoes like a recurring dream. With a heart of iron and a will so strong, in the land of the cursed, he rights the wrong.